check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you guys can hear me well. Let me know if you can hear me well. Mic check, mic check. Whoosh. It's Friday. New York session open. Let's see what gold's got in store for us today. We'll go from there. Obviously, if you guys are inside of this live stream right now, drop a like on the live. Helps the live get out to more people and help the channel grow. Alright, so what's been happening so far for gold today? We'll take a look at this in a little moment. Cool. Off the 15-minute, we've just had this pull back down. Just this 15-minute candle. We're pushing. I doubt that we're going to realistically get a chance to enter this again. Which is perfectly fine, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at GU. Okay, so GU has continued from yesterday. Guys, if you're inside this live stream right now, don't forget to leave a like on the live. Helps the channel grow and get out to more people. If you have any questions, feel free to message me inside of the chat box down below. Let's have a conversation. Alright, so GU at the moment is continuing to rally off of the back of yesterday. It looks like we are just going to have a continuation for the rest of the week. Okay, so pretty large bullish engulfing candle there. The dollar has in fact turned back around and has pushed down lower to the downside. So ideally, you know, one of two things could happen. We could get one more test and then a continuation to the upside. Like I said to you guys in the market update, I believe I posted on, I believe it was Wednesday. Okay, ideally I did want to see this actually take out last week's high. Okay, ideally. What's happening, Gift? How you doing, my bro? You good? Money day, money day. Ideally I didn't want to see the dollar take out last week's high, but it looks like we're not going to do that for the time being. And even when I check the economic calendar to see what is, you know, going on for today, we only have pound news and it's all come out. Okay, a bit of mixed bag in terms of the news release I can see here. Amazing, Gift. Guys, if you are inside this live stream right now, drop a like on the live. Helps the channel grow and get out to other people. If you're not inside of my Telegram channel already, link to the Telegram's in the description box down below, where I post a lot of chart analysis, chart setups, and trade ideas. Okay. Yeah, sorry, the dollar is coming down quite smoothly, to be honest, from London session. I'm gonna do my best to look for a trade today. Most of the week has been, a little bit quiet. Guys, let's not forget that it is August. It is the summer month, okay? So usually what happens is during the summer month of August, price is a lot more quiet. Okay, we don't really get the big moves that we're used to getting all the time. That's just due to a lot of places having and a lot of workers having breaks worldwide. Sorry, so there's just not as much movement. For the time being, let's take a look at gold on the daily. It looks like gold may continue to rally, but gold. Like I said to you guys at the start of the week, I am expecting gold to break all-time highs once again. When that will happen, I do not have the answer just yet. So far, gold has pulled back down into this 15-minute candle here. If you guys remember the video that I posted on the gold entry strategy, okay, this is an example here. Okay, very nice, very clean pull back into the 15-minute candle, and we got a continuation to the upside. If you had put in your standard stop, obviously you guys know that my standard stop is 40 pips for gold, but let's just say you wanted to cover this candle's low. However, I can see that there is an imbalance inside of here, so just to be extra safe, I'm going to cover this 15 minutes candle low instead. Okay, so that's around, let's just say 30 pips. Okay, so far price is giving you 2.8%, and it looks like it probably will give you 3% gain overall on this move here. So we're going to see if, right, and that's quite a big if, guys. Yeah, we're going to see if we can get a pullback down. Now ideally, if we are going to get, go long, I actually want to see us pull back into this 1 hour candles imbalance there before we get the continuation to the upside. Obviously you can see that it's a lot more prevalent on the 2 hour. I want to see us have one more dip down, okay, which is going to allow us to get in at a slightly better price. Okay, that's the only trade I have so far. The likes of Euro USD, the likes of GBP USD, they're just continuing to rally really. So especially for GUG has been incredibly strong, obviously backed by the news data that it's had as well. Okay, for EU it will be interesting to see what it does. Now this just looks incredibly bullish, so I'll be completely frank with you guys. It's just incredibly bullish, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, it looks like we will take out that 4 hour high. Now the question is, where can we find an entry for this? Okay, how's the audio, guys? How's the stream? Is it all good? Is it clear? Let me know. Let me know, gift. Stream is perfect, bro. Amazing. Thank the heavens. I mean, the thing is, we've got to kind of get through this August period. Okay, we've kind of just got to go through this August period. When we start to get into September, halfway through September, then price starts to let loose a little bit more. Then we can see a lot better movements more often as well. Today, if we don't really get much on gold, I would like to look at the stock market. Look at the S&P 500, see how that is doing as well. Okay, may potentially look at Bitcoin, see if there's a trade on Bitcoin as well. But you know, S&P 500 is pretty much recovered. You know, remember there was a lot of doom and gloom. S&P 500 is pretty much recovered, 9% back up. You know, if we look at the Nas 100, okay, if we look at the Nasdaq, don't know why it's not loading. Yep, if we look at the Nasdaq, it's also on its way to recovery, up around almost, you know, 13.5% from its most recent drop. Okay, we have a very nice weekly candle play in there. Just shut off. Right, even on the S&P 500, nice weekly play. We shut off there as well. Gift says, I think when I save up a bit, I might start investing in stocks and shares. Yeah, bro, definitely do it. I recommend it. If you're in the UK, you can open a stocks and shares ISA, which is tax free on your earnings. Okay, so definitely run that up. You can deposit about 20k a year into that. So, you know, out of most of the products that's really offered out there, that's one of the few things where I'll be like, okay, cool, you know, it's worth it. You know, you can compound your small gains over many, many years, and that's something that I'm actively doing as well. So we'll see how that plays out. Definitely look into ETFs. If there's a recommendation that I'd give you, is just look into ETFs. If you want me to talk more about that kind of stuff, just let me know. I could make a video on it or a TikTok or something. If you guys are inside the live right now and enjoying the live, make sure to leave a like on this live. Helps the live get out to more people. If you're enjoying this type of content, okay, enjoying the chart analysis, want trade ideas, click the link to my Telegram in the description box of this video and join for free. We'll see. We'll come back to the stock market closer to its stock open. Right. We might take a little break in between, maybe at 2 o'clock. Maybe take like a 15-minute break and then come back. All right. So watching gold, we've got this tiny bit of imbalance here on the 5-minute. Okay. That may potentially hold weight. Obviously, remember that the 1 hour area below is what we are looking for. But just in case we don't get a deep enough pullback, right, we can start to look for an entry from the 5-minute area. Okay. DXY is very interesting right now. Like, you know, even when you look at this range here, yeah. Okay. Let's do some learning here. Even when we look at this range here on the dollar, right? From this high to that low, right? Let's go on the 1 hour time frame. Don't know what's wrong with this mouse. Okay. So first things first, you know, I'm always going to identify where the liquidity is, okay, in terms of where price is leaving equal lows or equal highs. Okay, so we've got pretty much these lows here, okay, formed on Tuesday. And sometimes here, guys, you might have to, you know, go to a lower time frame to see these areas in a little bit more detail, which, you know, in the end will help you. Okay, then if we come over here, right, Wednesday, this is Wednesday's high. Okay, created at 6. We come down, we open a new day at midnight here. Okay, so pretty much Wednesday's high and Wednesday's lows here. Okay, Whoops, where is it? Right there. Okay, so I want you guys to take a look at that. So Wednesday's low, Wednesday's high. All right. When a new day opens, what does it do? And before it goes long, what does it do? Right. Not only is it trading beneath its open price. Okay, so it opened here. Right. It's also trading beneath or traded beneath Wednesday's open price as well. Okay. Before it rallied for Wednesday's high. Okay. So from Wednesday's high, we've made a high of the week, okay, on Thursday. We've consolidated inside of this range here, okay. Now, if you look slightly closer at this area, you can see that there's quite a few equal highs, especially when we look at this point, and these points here, okay. We had a slight dip to the upside, okay, taking out those equal highs, and notice how we don't actually breach this high before we start to drop to the downside. And once we drop to the downside, okay, we've broken the range to the upside, but as you can see, it wasn't sustained. We just worked ourselves back into the range. Once we broke the downside here, okay, right? That's why on Wednesday, I did say, Wednesday or was it Thursday? I did say, no, it was Wednesday. I said, look, if we do take out the low, I would like to see us actually go on and then take out the high of last week, okay? But since we took out that low, it didn't look like a, liquidity grab like this. Okay, this is that typical type of liquidity grab where we push up, we spike, and then we actually push back down in the opposite direction. This one here, we push through it and we close through it and we continue going lower. Okay, now there's something that you need to understand about ranges. Okay, and once price has broken a range, it can pull back into the range to test the range to then continue. Okay, so what did we have yesterday? Okay, we saw price push up off of that CPI news and we stopped. Okay, we stopped here. We've tested back into that range and we've now started to pull back down to the lower, to the downside, sorry. Okay, so if we work off of that premise, right, and that understanding there, okay, one of two things can happen, and it's something that's looking a little bit more and more evident, more and more likely to happen, is the dollar actually busting down here and making a new lower low. Okay, now of course you should know on the weekly time frame what are the reasons for price to push down lower. We have this weekly imbalance with this weekly low here, right, this weekly level of liquidity. If we turn our attention over to the monthly time frame, why did price have such a sharp rejection to the upside once it took out that weekly low? Because that weekly low was actually also the low of the month, okay, of March this year, right? So you've got to understand that, when you are trading, you need to look at areas of liquidity and see how price can react off of it. So as soon as we dipped into that area, we pulled back. If we are going to have a continuation and trade through it, we need to see price potentially try to attack the area, see if we can test from somewhere and go again. Okay, so if we are going to take out the low again, this is pretty much the perfect area to do so. Now on the flip side, when you're looking for trades or you enter in for a buy or for a sell, you've got to ask yourself, what's the probability or what reasons might price have to go against me? Okay, so if we look over here, right, not only do we have these two down candles, we also have this 4-hour candle sitting inside of here. Okay, as you can see, it's still evident here on the 8-hour and on the 8-hour here. So price can definitely give us a bounce to the upside from here, then taking out that higher. Okay, it can definitely do that. On the daily time frame, okay, how I'll kind of work the framework, okay, is like I said on Wednesday/Thursday, I need to see how the candles print. Okay, and looking at this candle and how it's printed, it's still giving me the exact same understanding as I can see on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we have a very nice bullish candle, okay, majority full bodied, straight to the upside, a slight dip to close out the day. The next day we've pushed down lower, right? If we close, right, if this daily candle closes in and around this area, then I would have high anticipation for the next day to push back up a little bit and then continue to the downside. If this daily candle, okay, starts to show signs of rejection back to the upside, maybe it can dip down a little bit lower, right? But evidently, let's say it starts to close a little bit more bullish, then we can look to next week, Monday and Tuesday, or Monday being the framework to see us actually go bullish for the dollar. Okay, so what this is just reading the naked candlestick, reading the naked chart. Okay, so look, I'm trying to find you guys an example, right? Even for those of you that are watching this back on replay, I'm going to try to find you an example. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see if we can find an example. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. I will get back to you. Feel free to join the Telegram. We do have discussions inside of the Telegram. It's free for everyone to join. If you're liking this, if you're enjoying this content so far, leave a like on the video, and of course, subscribe. All right, I can't seem to find an example right now. That's very similar to, current price. But look, here's the thing. You don't have to take my word for it. All you need to do is just follow current price, see how it progresses, and see if I was right or I was wrong. So yeah, it looks like, to be honest, guys, it looks like majority of the week's price action, has now been concluded. It will be really tricky to see any moves without, the influence of a high impact news release. For the time being, we've got core retail sales. Yeah, there's no other high impact news left for the day. There is none. Alright, I'm going to post this chart set up inside of the Telegram. Alrighty. Gift says typical quiet Friday. You think so? I think it's just quiet because it's August, to be honest with you. Fridays are not, always quiet. Fridays, I don't know if you've heard of reversal Fridays, but that is a thing that does happen. But if we can enter into a position for a continuation, that would be great for the rest of the week, Um, Even looking at the weekly candle for gold, what did we do? We pushed down. We barely attacked the lows. We continued. We've taken out week starting 29th July's high. Okay. The only other high left is the all-time high made on the 15th of July. So that's it. And the high was 24.83. So if we can get 24.84, yeah, if we can get 24.84, you know, or even take out the high of Wednesday, 14th of August at 1 p.m. If we can take that out, that would be pretty good too. If you're inside of the live stream right now, feel free to leave a like on the live stream. Helps the live stream and the channel grow, reach out to more people. If you are enjoying this video, you enjoy this type of content, chart analysis, trade setups, okay, join my Telegram. Link to my Telegrams in the description box down below. It's completely for free, guys. All right. I really dislike slow price action. Like, it just grinds my gears. You know, I like it when price is moving fast, you know, or it doesn't even need to move fast, just at a steady pace. You know, what is it doing? Anyways, guys, what are you up to this weekend? Any plans? Let's have a conversation whilst we wait for price to do something. Any plans for the weekend? What are you guys up to? Gift says footy's back. Yes, footy's back. And do you know what's about to happen, bro? Bet 365 is about to have the Mandem in a chokehold for another year. Okay, the betting season is back on. Yeah, we'll see how the season goes. How do you think you lot are gonna do for this year? What's your prediction? What's your position prediction for this year? What's your position prediction? Gold just looks like it's gonna slowly edge towards all-time highs. Happy with top four? What? You're not trying to win the league no more? What's with all this talk, bro? Happy with top four? Come on, that's not a winner's mentality. You gotta come for it all. You gotta win the league. Okay, gold is continuing to push. Well, top four. I wouldn't take top four, bro. Like, we need to be top three or top two. You know, we need to really be competing because that's our level. Do you understand? You know, just because we've had a recent, you know, shaky couple of years doesn't mean we should be okay with mediocrity. You know. And besides, I think we can do it, bro. Gift says in the chat box, is the dollar reacting to the building permit outcome? It can do, yes. Is it medium? Is it yellow? If it's a yellow, then yes, it can react for sure. What was the data? Was it better than expected or was it worse than expected, Gift? If you are inside the live stream right now, feel free to leave a like on the live. Helps the live reach out to more people. and grow the channel. It was a red folder. That's interesting. It doesn't show up as red folder on investing.com, but you must be using FX Street or my FX book. Yeah, there's been some very very healthy signings, bro. Very very healthy signings. Very very healthy signings. So we'll see how they perform. Yeah, my FX book is like that sometimes, bro. There'll be certain things that it will classify as high impact news, and other, providers wouldn't classify it as high impact news. So, I mean, it's better it classifies as high impact news than not altogether, and get it wrong. So that's fine. If it's worse than expected, then we should see the dollar drop. We've had an initial drop to the downside of the dollar, so let's just see how that progresses. Obviously, I've gone through the breakdown earlier of what the DXY has been doing, and what price has done inside this range here, how it's continued to the downside, rebounded, tested back into the range. So the move out of the range is not anything that's too surprising. It looks like gold is not going to give us an opportunity to partake in its push. Guys, if you're watching the live stream right now, feel free to introduce yourself. Come say hello inside the chat box. Let's have a conversation. Ask whatever questions you'd like. Obviously, don't forget that if you are enjoying this live stream, feel free to join my Telegram. Link is in the description box down below. If you want chart setups, analysis, breakdowns, and other content, the Telegram. That's the simplest answer, guys. Obviously, don't forget to leave a like on the live stream as well, if I haven't said that already. What do you think of Delict? What do you think of him? How do you think he's gonna perform? I think he's quality. I think he's a quality signing. I think he's gonna come in and really help the back line. Liverpool's been quite quiet this transfer window. City's had, they ain't had no major additions to their side. They've just brought in one young CDM. I forgot his name, but yeah, they brought him in. And obviously the main one, which is Real Madrid, which is an absolute joke. Real Madrid is going to be an absolute joke for the next, 2 to 3 years, if they can keep all their players happy and on board with the vision that they want to progress with. Gift says Sean Paul would say, just give me Delict and pass. I think he's solid, bro. Definitely needed someone like him to come in and help out the defense. Him and Martinez should be a good partnership. Yeah, hopefully we see that kind of play out. You know, uh, just hopefully, we just need players that are gonna play for the badge, play for the club. Just do their absolute best. We've got too much, off the pitch politics to deal with, and that's just been the problem that we've had in recent years. Well, shall I say one of the problems? Because we've had a bunch of problems. Guys, if you're inside the live stream right now, say hello. Let's have a conversation inside of the chat box. If you've got any questions, just shoot me the question and I'll do my best to give you an answer. I'm gonna leave some hearts and some 100s for gift there. Straight facts, my bro. We're still gonna wait for this area on gold, guys. Gift says in the chat box, yeah, but we've brought in new CEO and directors who know what they're doing, new structure in place. Boy, I get what you're saying, CEOs, directors, but at the end of the day, what wins us football games is goals. It's goals, defending well, attacking well. So, you know, with all things said, the most important thing are going to be those players and how they perform on the pitch. So, you know, it's one of those things, if we look at City's setup, I don't think City CEOs and directors really have much to do with those players, but those players go out there and perform. Do you know what I mean? It's got to do with Pep's choices of players that he signs and how he manages them, correct? So, all right. So at the moment, gold is just trading very slowly, guys. Very, very slowly. There's nothing here that's really, really grabbing my attention. That's worth risking anything for. Look, if I had to, you know, make trades out of nothing, I definitely can. Like, no problem. I can definitely find somewhere to take a trade. But remember, we're looking for the most highest probability setups. Okay, what's the most highest probable to actually, you know, make us some sort of a profit? We don't want to be entering, any positions randomly just because it looks good. Okay, there has to be a reason, especially from a higher time frame bias or from a higher time frame perspective. Gift says we had to get rid of the riffraff at the top. It was chaotic. Glazers have no clue. So far, Anya's doing a good job. Players will respond well, bro. I hope so. If players respond well, then boy, I better see top three. I better see top two. I ain't trying to see Liverpool finish above us. I ain't trying to see Newcastle finish above us. I ain't trying to see all of these men finish above us. I ain't even trying to see flipping Arsenal finish above us. Do you understand? Well, what's your take and your opinion on Sancho? Because he did miss a penalty in the FA, sorry, in the Community Shield. What do you think about Sancho? How his performance was? I don't know, man. Like, I want to keep Sancho, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you're not really performing at the levels you are at Dortmund. Maybe your level is Dortmund level. Do you understand? Maybe you're good to play in the Bundesliga, but not in the Prem. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Sancho is a bit of a weird one, man. And Sancho playing out wide, I feel like this brother should maybe play Cam or something, But then you can't play Sancho Cam and then remove Bruno Fernandes, which is, our best player at that position. So it's tricky. I feel like what we should really do is go to the youth and sign a lot of youth players, bro. Players that are just going to be hungry, run ragged on the pitch. Because at the end of the day, we ain't playing pretty football. Do you understand? We ain't playing astonishing football where we can't believe in the youth system, the youth setup to put in a shift. You know, like my honest opinion, yeah, in football is just play for the club, play for that badge, play for the fans. Play for glory. Do you understand? That's that boy. How far are we falling from grace, man? I guess we ain't gonna get that Sir Alex Ferguson come round, just knock on our door, just be like, yeah, hey, I'm gonna pick you guys up, take you out of the dumps. All right, Gift says he's lazy, bro. Talented guy, but he is lazy. He was given 3 months off to sort his head out. Came back and took the piss. Like, bro, what is that for a pen? Do you understand? It's not like it's a knockout penalty or it's a penalty during, you know, normal playing time, 90 minutes. Like, bro, this is trophy. You've managed to hold back City, scored the first goal, amazing. City came back, unfortunate. Cool. We've already taken the FA Cup from City. Do you understand? Like, bro, why aren't these players just absolutely ripping it, bro? Do a Jamie Vardy, just smash it into the net. Do you understand what I'm saying? Cause that's what I would do. I don't care about all this cutesy cutesy stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna place it nicely into the corner. Like, not everyone can be Ivan Tony, bro. Getting paid millions to kick back would play for my life. That's facts, bro. That's facts. We'd be out here like, just, bro, you need me to break her arm? Say no more. What? You need me to take the ball to the face full speed? Say no more. Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you. They don't make him like Roy Keane and Rio no more. For real. Let's not forget about that unit. Vidic. You get me? He was an absolute demon. The Sergio Ramoses. These are all dying breeds. Even when you think about flair players like Neymar, Ronaldinho, you ain't getting them man no more. It's all just being coached out of players. No creativity, no flair. Guys, if you are inside the live stream right now and are enjoying the live stream, enjoying this type of content, make sure you leave a like on the live and subscribe if you're new. Helps the channel grow and reach out to more people. If you are looking for trade analysis, trade setups, trade ideas, join the Telegram. Link to Telegram's in the description box down below. That's it. Anyways, jump inside of the chat box. Have a conversation with me. Me and Gift are currently talking about the state of football at the moment, just due to the fact that price is pretty slow at the moment. We have our setup in terms of what we're looking for. We are yet to see that kind of play out. We've had a play into this 1 minute imbalance here. Okay, very strong rejection to the upside. It's now created a new high on the 1 minute. Now our ideal setup, okay, is the 1 hour imbalance down below to get a pullback. However, looking for more of a shorter term entry would be this 5 minute imbalance here. As you can see, we haven't had the pullback, but it doesn't mean the pullback can't come at a later time. Okay, so far, right, this 1 minute candle does look pretty decent. Could be an entry, could be. Still no trade just yet. Gift says in the chat box, quick question: What's the best? Can't even read that. What's the best time frame to mark equal highs and equal lows? Equal highs and equal lows are going to be across. You can find them on any time frame, any and every time frame. The important thing to remember is the higher the time frame, the more significant that area of liquidity is, and also to understand that this the specific type of equal highs and equal lows where it's pretty much at the exact same price point, or is, let's just say a pipette or half a pipette away. You're going to see them more on the lower time frame. So let's just say the sub 30 minute. The lower and lower you go, the more you're going to see more. Okay, so if you go to the 1 minute, or you compare the 1 minute equal highs to the half hour, you're going to find more equal lows on the 1 minute than you are going to find, sorry, equal highs, equal lows on the 1 minute as you are to find on the hourly time frame. That was a bit of a tongue twister, but does that make sense, bro? Okay, so if I were to find something here for you right now, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using the dashed lines, okay, coming from my cursor, okay, horizontally and vertically. So I'm going to use the horizontal dashed lines to identify some equal lows, okay. So at the moment I can see here on this 1 minute candle here and these two 1 minute candles here, okay. So that here is an example of an equal low. Look, I'm going to look up here and read the data up here, yeah, guys. So this candle here, the low of the candle is 2454.9. The low of this candle is 2454.89. So that's like it's one pipette difference. Okay, so this is pretty much identical. So this would be an example of an equal low. Okay, but bear in mind, like I said to you, it's not going to be as significant as you finding these areas on, let's say, the 4 hour or the daily time frame. They're going to hold a lot more weight. Okay, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream right now, do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, if you're enjoying the content so far. Whoosh, that's a pretty big push from gold right there. Gold is continuing. We're getting a slight pullback there on GBP USD. To be honest, if it is going to continue, this wouldn't be a terrible area to go long again. But does this match the adequate risk reward ratio? No, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It's that simple. It just doesn't. So am I going to enter? No. Okay, gold is heading towards all-time highs. Okay, we're about to see gold break. It looks like gold will break all-time highs this week. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay, so it looks like, for one, the London session was probably not even London session really. Around 11 p.m. was the time to enter gold for some long positions. Last train was at 12:35 for some long positions. So we'll see if gold wants to pull back. Obviously, the dollar is at the moment, what's it doing? Coming down. So that is going to fuel gold to push higher. And even looking at the dollar on the 5 minute there, this should come for this wick here. We'll see. But yeah, gold looks more and more on the up, guys. Anyways, did my explanation make sense for the equal highs and equal lows gift, yeah? Just let me know inside the chat box. Alright, we've got, how many viewers have we got? We got 5 viewers, guys. Guys, talk to me inside the chat box. Come say hello. Don't worry, I don't bite. Introduce yourself. What's your name? How long you guys been trading for? Just normal stuff. You know, if you want to talk about politics, let's talk about politics. You want to talk about football, let's talk about football. You know, if you want to talk about TV shows, let's talk about TV shows and mix it in there with the market, okay? Trading the market doesn't have to be boring. It can also be entertaining. Okay, okay, okay. Amazing gift. Wow, 24.84 is very close. We're about 20 pips away. Whoosh. And there she blows. All time highs for gold, guys. New all time highs for gold. I repeat, new all time highs for gold. New all time highs for gold. There she goes. It's done. It's done. Gold's gold's definitely gone clear now, boys and girls. Gift says any economic news? Not at the moment. I only focus on high impact news. Gift. Richard said. Gift said Richard's had it all lined up again. Wonder if he took the trade. Okay, okay, okay. Gift. You asked what's the difference between Vantage FX and Vantage International. Essentially, it is still the same entity. However, what they'll do is they'll create two separate companies, but it's still part of the same thing, where one will be based inside of, because there's different restrictions, right? And the restrictions is mainly to do with leverage. Okay, so the international one's probably going to have a higher leverage, maybe 1 to 500, maybe 1 to 1,000 leverage. But then the regular Vantage FX is going to have like 1 to 100 max leverage, for example, or 1 to 50, depending on where you are. For me, I would always go with higher leverage. I know how to manage my risk. I know how to control my positions and my trade. So why would I limit myself by going with a lower leverage? It doesn't make sense to me personally. We're in this to make money, so I'm gonna take that risk. I remember the time where you could so easily get 1 to 1,000 leverage accounts, and you put in $50 or $10 and try to do a madness. Those were fun times. You'd have like $100 in your account, and you're out here taking, point tens on $100. It's like how you've even got enough margin to open that? How have you even got enough leverage to open that? So Gift says the all-time high is mad. I mean, it's to be expected. To be honest with you, it was straight up to be expected. You know, even when we're inside of this little consolidation here, this little range here, right? I was looking at this. I was like, bro, we're probably going to get all-time highs. It's just a question of whether when we had this swipe of the lows, were we then going to bust and take out the high? Because over here we took out these highs. So I was like, okay, cool. We're probably going to get all-time highs. Then Wednesday happened, CPI happened. We saw the swipe of the highs. Then we pushed down. Then we had one more dip of the low here, and then price is finally going for that high. I mean, we might see 2,500 for gold. For the first time, we might see it. We're currently on 24.92, so we might see it, guys. Okay, we're gonna have a little. I'm gonna have a little break. Come back to this. There's nothing much really happening. So rather than me ending the stream, we're gonna give it a few, and we'll come back. All right, we'll be back in 20 minutes. check, mic check. We should be live, guys. Alright, we've got stock market in focus. Okay, DXY has eventually taken out that low there from that building permits release. Gold at all-time highs. Wow, nuts. Another all-time highs for gold. Alrighty. If you are new to the live stream, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe as well. If you enjoy the setups, chart analysis, trade ideas, you can get this and more inside of my Telegram. Link to Telegram is in the description box of this video. We're going to turn our attention over to the stock market for the rest of the live stream. We'll wait for the opening bell. Who have I got here inside the live right now? Say hello, introduce yourself. Let's have a conversation inside of the chat box. Okay. Let's take a look at S&P's price action. Okay, on the monthly, we've taken out July's and June's weekly low. Okay. Daily time frame, we have some imbalances below. Okay. Weekly picture. Yes, Gift, you're still here. Of course you are, my bro. True soldier, man. Putting in the hours. Alright, cool. So alright. What have we got on the S&P 500 so far? So at the moment we have these highs here. Okay. Now, kind of for today, I doubt we're going to get much movement to the downside to work inside of this imbalance here. Okay. So this may potentially be a point of interest on the weekly time frame, because on the weekly, you know, we could open up next week, have a slight push down before we push back up. So that push down on the weekly can aim towards this daily imbalance here. Okay. Now for this session open, you know, this high here in terms of the liquidity resting above those highs, that's going to be the target. Okay. Now ideally I want to see us pull that down and then take it out, but we may just run straight for it as well. Okay, that is a possibility. It is currently opening bell at the moment, I believe. Yep, it is. So the stock open is now here. If you are enjoying this live stream, leave a like on the live stream, helps the channel grow, and also subscribe if you're new. If you enjoy this kind of content, chart analysis, trade setups, and trade ideas, feel free to join my Telegram. Link to my Telegram is in the description box down below. Alright, let's take a look at the lower time frame price action. So it's a bit tricky right now. Right? Because we've had shallow pullbacks here. We've continued. We've had another shallow pullback here in terms of this little mini consolidation, and then a push back up again. So for today, we'll just have to take it easy. Okay, I haven't looked at the S&P, the Nasdaq, the German, was it DAX 30 in a long time. Okay, for the time being, we do have this 1 hour imbalance inside of here to work through. Okay. Let's see what it does. See how gold is doing really quickly. Okay, still chilling, still catching. DXY continue to stretch lower. So look, if we're gonna play the current setup, we'll look for a pullback into this 1 hour balance and go long. That's it. Okay, keeping it simple. Ritesh says hello inside the chat box. What's happening, Ritesh? You good? Put some hearts in the chat for you, my bro. Okay. Happy to have you here, bro. I hope you're feeling a little bit better now. Alrighty. Okay. Richard says just a little bit. Okay, that's good. At least it's some improvement in the right direction. Stock opens very quiet, guys. Very, very quiet. Alright, let's read some data. So it says here US stock falls after housing data. US stocks lost momentum at the end of the week after disappointing housing market data, with traders waiting for US consumer sentiment figures. New home construction in July fell to its lowest level since the pandemic as builders faced weak demand and high inventory levels. Okay, so high supply, low demand. Traders reduced bets on quick and large Fed rate cuts as other data this week showed the economy is still more resilient than expected. Despite this, the S&P 500 was still on track for the best week of the year. Nvidia led losses among most Nvidia led losses among big tech stocks, whilst Applied Materials fell after its sales forecast disappointed investors hoping for more gains from AI spending. Okay. Yeah, it looks like this housing data is being talked about a lot. Okay, traders digest housing market data as US equity futures turn lower pre-bell open. I mean, we're pushing back up now. All right, nothing so far. Okay, we're looking for a pullback down and a continuation. That's it. Keeping it very stupidly simple. Okay, nothing too crazy. Okay, the 4 hour structure for the time being is still bearish though, I must say. Right, since we made this lower high and this lower low. Okay, right, this lower high was created from this. Sorry, not lower high. This lower low was created from this lower high here. Okay, so until we kind of break that, we are still bearish until then. So this high being broken will be very significant. Okay, on the 1 hour, however, okay, on the 1 hour, we would have broken bullish at this lower high here. All right, with that push to the upside, we had a pullback, 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 high. We made a low. We failed to sustain the move and create a new lower low. We continued to push up, broke again, continued the bullish structure. But all of this, right? All of this trickling, I guess, you know, for those that do trade trend lines, they'll be looking at something like this as well, right? These all need to get liquidated at some point. Okay, so we'll see if we manage to get that play. Alright, guys, if you are inside the live stream right now, please leave a like on the live, helps the channel grow and reach out to more people. If you enjoy trading analysis, trading setups, trade ideas, and general content like this, join my Telegram. Link to the Telegram's in the description box down below. It's completely for free, guys. We're building a community over there. Come and let's talk trading. But for the time being, what we were doing is watching the stock open, watching the S&P 500. Let's take a look at some of the others. Let's take a look at US 30 actually. Let's look at the Dow. See if the Dow is up to anything. Okay. So US 30 is in an area where it can pull back to, especially back down to 12th of August daily candle, 39,629. Can pull back down there for sure. Weekly picture, still bullish. Yeah. Okay, it's a pretty interesting area the Dow Jones in at the moment. Okay, even for its stock open, had a pullback and then straight back up again. We might see gold at 2,500, guys. Whole level. It's possible. To be honest, guys, there's no setups. There's no active trades. You know, we're sitting here watching the market. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the Telegram when these moves come to the areas that we've marked out as entries for the setups, and I will update you guys accordingly. If you guys are not inside of the Telegram, you can join the Telegram by using the link in the description of this video to join the Telegram. It's completely open and for free. I will update you guys on my trading setups, my trading analysis, and whatever trades that I may take as well. Okay, we can all monitor the same positions. If this is something that interests you, like I said, the link to the Telegram's in the description box down below. Don't forget to also leave a like. I'm probably going to call off the stream there. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any last questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, Gift says catch you in the Telegram. Thank you, bro. No worries. We'll definitely converse more inside the Telegram. Okay, for now, S&P is continuing to push to the upside. Okay, it doesn't mean the trading day is done. It's only the first 10 minutes. Gold is continuing to push up. We're at 24.94. We're probably going to see the whole level, the whole psychological level at 25 some point today. as we are still continuing to push. It doesn't mean that it is something for you guys to enter on and to take positions on. That's definitely far from that. But yes, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you guys for joining the Telegram. I appreciate you all for spending this time with me. And I hope you were able to pick something out of this live stream. As always, remember the theory behind the practice. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.